Although the number of HIV diagnoses have decreased over the years, it still remains an issue. According to the New York City Department of Health and Mental Hygiene 2015 HIV surveillance report, 500 people were diagnosed with HIV, while 290 were diagnosed with AIDS right here in the borough of the Bronx. The Alliance for Positive Change is all about helping and promoting positive change for those suffering with HIV and other chronic illnesses. And joining us now to talk about the organization and what they have in store for World AIDS Day, we welcome now the Director for Development and Planning at the Alliance for Positive Change, Ebony Ross, and Brandon Lee, Counseling, Testing, and Referral Specialist. And both of you, thank you so much for coming and sharing with us.
Thank you.
Good. So as World AIDS Day is coming upon us, obviously a lot of work that's going on across the world, but here locally, I want to talk about some of the things that are going on. And I want to first talk about the Alliance for Positive Change.
Yes, the Alliance for Positive Change is an amazing nonprofit organization. We believe that everyone has the ability to feel better, live better, and do better. At the Alliance for Positive Change, we help people receive access to care. Many of our clients have HIV, other chronic conditions, prior substance abuse issues. But when they come to the Alliance, they feel like a whole person. Everyone matters at the Alliance.
So we talk about the Alliance, obviously helping people deal HIV, AIDS. And before that was just a word that people kind of like swept under the rug, didn't want to talk about it. Nowadays, the conversation seems to be a little bit more out in the open and people are talking and dealing. Do you find that being able to talk about and then also offer services has increased in terms of community awareness and people in the community being more receptive?
Yes. As it comes down, I do counseling, testing, referrals. And when it comes to testing, it's more about the conversation. When people come in, what we first do is we talk about your sexual history, what's going on with you that had you come in today. And then after that, we start the test. The test is only 20 minutes, but the conversation could be as long as you need it to be. And we always go where there's no stupid questions. You can ask us anything at any time. And
Well, and when we talk about help, I mean, obviously it's something that people need when diagnosed with HIV, AIDS, even for those people who have family members who are associated with HIV and AIDS. So give us a little bit about the help and the support that's available out there for those who are dealing with this.
Well, at the Alliance, we have an amazing peer program where clients come in, they receive the opportunity to get trained, and these individuals actually go out into the community and train those individuals. So it's twofold. Also at the Alliance, people receive case management. They have access to pharmacy. We have an OASIS program when people can come in and receive help with prior substance abuse issues. So there's a lot of services at the Alliance.
And when we have those, talk about those services and things that are happening, I want to talk about, you've got the holidays coming around, and there's a program that's coming up, Positive Homes for the Holidays.
Yes, Positive Home for the Holidays is an initiative that we recently started. We want to raise $5,000 by January 2018, and this initiative is going to help people who need linen and pillowcases and slippers and little things to help them to prepare for their new home.
And when is that taking place?
It's taking place now.
All right, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So we asked if anyone's watching to go to our website and to donate, because we know that we will get $5,000 by January.
Well, we want to encourage people to come on out and support.
Yeah.
Talk about testing for a minute, because for a long time it was a stereotype there.
Oh, yeah.
People didn't want to come out and get tested. People didn't, testing was just a foreign bad word.
Right.
What are you seeing? What do we know about testing now? Are things getting better?
Oh, very much so. We still feel like there needs to be more people tested, but the conversation of testing is so much more easier now. Now we have social media, and we go on, it's like, oh, come in and get tested. And people come in, and we have the conversation. We bring them in. If they're tested negative, we have programs to stay in place to keep them negative, such as PEP, a pill you take within 72 hours if you even think you've been exposed, and you take it for 30 days and no HIV. And for people who are positive, every one of our sites, most of our sites, they are really, really close to hospitals that we work with, such as New York Presbyterian and Mount Sinai, all in walking distance. So if you're even diagnosed, we immediately walk with you and continue the conversation to the hospital and hand you off to our medical providers and stay with you at the appointment.
World AIDS Day's coming up around the corner, and what have you got in store at the Alliance?
I guess the question is, what do we not have in store?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Right.
We have poetry readings. We're going to be having an amazing lunch. The Alliance has been blessed to have more than one site.
Yes.
So at all of our sites, we're going to be having activities in the morning way up to the afternoon. And it's free. And we welcome people to come and enjoy themselves.
I love it. Also, because we are at several sites, there's movie days coming up. Also, a big holiday party around the 15th. We're going to have in Harlem, and it was beautiful last year. It's going to be beautiful this year as well.
Well, definitely want people to find out more information. Now, listen, if you need the website, you probably saw at the bottom of the screen, it is alliance.nyc, and you can go there and you can find out more information. Also, you can help them in their fundraising campaign, of course. They are trying to get there before January the 1st, and if you want to help them with that, definitely you can do that. I want to talk a little bit about some of your numbers about the Alliance for Positive Change. And you say about 3,500 low-income clients to life-saving medical care and treatment, and that's an amazing number.
Yes, it is. And, you know, it literally takes a village. It takes a village. At the Alliance, everyone chips in and everybody stands on the front line and assists. I just happen to have the pleasure of working in development, so I see the numbers. And even when I look at the numbers, I'm like, wow, we really are doing a lot of work. Like, we really are helping people. Just last year alone, we served approximately 6,000 clients. And these 6,000 clients received services that they needed. So there's a lot of good things happening at the Alliance.
Well, good. Ebony and Brandon, well, thank you so much for coming and sharing
Thank
with us a
you.
little bit about it. And hopefully, as we said, people get connected, and as World AIDS Day comes around, definitely finding a way. You see now some of the Midtown Central Office events taking place, and the office is 64 West 35th Street on the second floor, and there's activities all the way, all day. And the Lower East Side, you got the Harm Reduction Center, 25 Allen Street, and you got events 10:30 and 2 p.m., so come on out and be a part of the events. Then you've got Casa Washington Heights location. That's 2036 Amsterdam Avenue, and also Harlem. You go to Harlem, yes, the Keith Haring location, 315 East 104th Street. They are all around the city, so make sure that you have the opportunity to go out and check one of the various sites that you can come and be a part on World AIDS Day. Once again, thank you guys so much for coming and sharing with us. Good to have you. All right, taking a quick break. Be back with more Open right after this.